Happy St. Patrick's Day. I hope everybody's doing great. I know I am. So I have a recipe here that I am super excited to make. My sweet friend Angela Deaver, who you guys have seen little glimpses of her. She works with Mama Sue and I and helps us do all the things. We've talked about her a million times. She sent me this recipe and she was like, okay, Annie, I think this would be a great recipe for you to do. So these are, let's see, corned beef sliders. So I was like, oh my goodness, okay, let's do this. So all you need is you're just gonna need a package of those yummy King's Hawaiian rolls. And you're gonna need some sauerkraut. And I just bought this bag of sauerkraut and I've already drained it and I put it in this bowl, but I wanted you guys to see how it comes. Okay, so I just bought it in the deli at Publix. You're gonna need some Swiss cheese, and then you're gonna need some honey Dijon mustard. Okay, and then of course some corned beef. Now I decided to take a little shortcut and I went to the deli and they had corned beef there and I had them actually slice it into sandwich slices. And then I just laid it right here on my little cutting board and I just cut it all up into little pieces. Can you see it's just like little pieces? Okay, because I thought it might make it easier, like as we make these sliders and when you take a bite into them, that there's like small pieces, okay? Now again, I've never done this before, so we're gonna learn how to do this together, but I think it's gonna be so delicious. Okay, all right. Also, I've preheated my oven to 400. So once these get made, then we'll put them in the oven. And I'm gonna turn everything down so you can see me. Okay, so the first thing that you're gonna need is you're gonna need a nice 9x13 pan. Move the corned beef out of the way for just a second. And the directions say to take your Hawaiian rolls and you're just gonna cut them in half. And so the best way I know how to do this, excuse me, as I move everything around, is we're just gonna cut them like this. Okay, so we're gonna cut them in half this way. Of course, you little sweet friends who have made things like this before, you can certainly tell me better ways to do stuff. While I like to cook, I am not the most amazing cook. I know there's lots of people out there who have been at this longer than me, who are just naturally skilled at this. I just like things that are really simple and easy. So, all right, so I think I did it. Okay, so those are cut in half, you see? All right, then what you do is we're gonna put this, the bottom of our rolls, we're gonna put in the pan, okay? And then we're going to, let me see, I think that we are going to put all of our meat down first. I'm sorry, like I said, we're just learning this, right? So I'm gonna put the meat on first. Can you guys see? And I'm gonna make sure that we get a good amount on here because we want it to be so yummy and delicious that every bite is gonna have deliciousness in every morsel. So I'm gonna make sure it gets to the edge. Okay. Now you can, I had them do a pound of corned beef, but now that I'm doing this, I think all you need is like a half a pound corned beef, okay? If you wanna do the shortcut and just have it easy instead of having to cook your own corned beef brisket, okay? So you see that? All right, then what you do, let me take care of my little fingers for a minute. Now I'm gonna get a fork And I'm going to take the sauerkraut and put this on the top of it. Sauerkraut reminds me of my mother. She actually, some of you have met her. If you started out with me, she came on and we did one of our first videos together. She is an awesome baker and all the things, but she also loves to make her own sauerkraut. She's kind of amazing. All right, so sauerkraut reminds me of my mama. So you put this on and it looks like, oops, get this on the edge. Can you guys see? Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to take my little fingers. We're going to scoop this up, put it on, get it nicely spread out. All right. So then that's what it's going to look like. Okay. Then you take your Swiss cheese and you just take these pieces. You're just going to put it on the top. Okay. There we go. I think I might overlap it just a little bit. I think I'm going to really overlap it. And then make sure, of course, that we get some down at this end. Okay. See that? All right. And then we're going to take, remember the tops? Okay. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the box that it came in. And then you just take this honey Dijon mustard and I'm going to squeeze it over the top of this. I'm going to spread this out. Oh my goodness, this smells so good. Daryl loves mustard. I think he's gonna love this. I'm gonna put a little bit more. Down here there were some kind of thinner spots. All right. Then you take this and we're gonna put it on the top of our sandwich. Okay, now you guys, I might have gotten myself in a bind, but I think what I'm going to do is just flip this like that. Oh, I did it. Okay. Now the directions just say to stick it in the oven for 10 minutes. So I'm going to put this in the oven for 10 minutes. I'm going to watch it though, because I don't want it to get too browned on top. Basically, it's just melting the cheese and heating it up. All right, so I'll bring it back out in just a second. All right, we'll see you soon. All right, I am back and I can see that maybe I left these in for maybe a little bit too long. I think right about 8 minutes. They looked great at 8 minutes and I thought, well, maybe a little bit longer. So they're a little bit brown, but they look great. I think they're gonna be so delicious. So I am gonna just cut one of these and take it out or lift it up, do something. I wish my mama was here. She would love these with the sauerkraut, so I'm going to try it. You guys, that is super good. So good. I think you're gonna love these. So I'm gonna tell Angela, good job for choosing this one. All right, and I hope you can see how easy and quick that was. And I just wanna wish you guys a very happy St. Patrick's Day. And I wanna share with you that I'm just so grateful that you guys are here. Thank you so much. Always remember that you can do hard things. Recently, Miss Annie visited with someone in my life who just, when I was a teenager, she was one of my young women's leaders, she and her sweet husband. And I just really, really looked up to them. And their precious daughter, Jessica, just recently passed away. She was in her early 40s and she died of just a very rare kind of cancer. And I had the opportunity to just go and visit them in Georgia. And while they're in the middle of, I know what is such profound grief and sadness, they have such a beautiful faith in God. And from the moment I walked in their home, I just felt just His presence and His Spirit there. And it was just a beautiful experience. And as I left their home and I had about a 3-hour drive home, I thought about them so much and how they have always demonstrated such faith, and their life has, like all of ours, been full of ups and downs, and they have just stayed true to what they knew was right. And I am so grateful for that. And I know that so many of you feel the same way. And if you are struggling, just always try with all of your might to have hope. I have a necklace that says hope around it, around my neck. I always wear this. When Daryl had his stroke, he said that was the one thing that he just hung on to, hope. He knew that only the Savior knew how he felt, and he hoped that he would get better, and he hoped that he would recover. And so since and from that experience, we have really come to understand the power of hope. So I just wanted to share that with you today, and just love you guys. Thanks so much for being here, and remember that you can do hard things. Love you so much. Bye.